floor, I'm still holding money. Only talking. Hey, let me see you, darling. I love the weekend. Love the weekend. Let me see you, darling. I love the weekend.
The Western Conference semifinals roll on. We've got Game 5 here on EA Sports. We're at Pepsi Center in downtown Denver. Tonight, it's the Denver Nuggets getting set to match up with the San Antonio Spurs. Along with Jay Williams, I'm Ed Cohen. Jay, you look at the Nuggets coming in. They've been the better team thus far, no question about it. Now they have a chance to advance if they can wrap things up here at home in Game 5.
The one thing we know about playoff basketball, expect the unexpected. How many games come down to the wire, or a performance off the bench, or even a big shot at the end? Every night holds something different, and that's why we love this game so much.
Cash is in for two.
He's been doing this for years. The physicality in which he plays, no one wants to see that. You're going to leave the game with black and blue marks all over your body.
Martin. Terrific vision. Slam dunk Will Barton.
It's so difficult to block a guy like that with that kind of athleticism and length. Your timing almost has to be perfect, but pretty much there's no stopping him when he's around the rim.
Shot from the lane won't go. Going to launch beyond the arc. Buries it on the catch and shoot.
Ooh, that confidence level is so superior. Whenever you start jacking back on defense before the ball even goes through the net, that speaks for itself.
And takes it away.
Now push it. Let's attack in transition so we can build this lead.
Thomas. Nice pace. Sets it up and slams it down.
That probably won't be the last time we see a dunk from him tonight. Maybe sometimes you should send a message. Give him a hard foul. Don't let it be so easy.
Stuffs it down with authority.
Oh, man, you're not supposed to be able to do that with that size. But in today's game, dexterity and mobility are off the charts for bigs.
Lobs it up. Flushes down the slam. Jay, they make it look so easy.
Yeah, but it's really not that easy. And as a passer, if your pass is just a fraction too early or a fraction too late, that throws the whole play off. The timing of this. Oh! And he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Knocked loose. DeJounte Murray. Nuggets have it. And throws it down.
Yeah, I know Will Barton got some votes for Sixth Man of the Year, and he finished fourth and all about him. But last year, his stock was at an all-time high, and he posted career-best numbers across the board at 27 years old. It's good to see him play in the NBA the same way he played in the streets of Baltimore growing up.
San Antonio ball. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. To Will Barton. Through three. Offensive board. Right time. Right player.
Can't teach height.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Contact on a drive can be a beautiful thing. Making those tough shots can really help you build a mental advantage over your defender.
Big finish at the rim.
You know, Ed, the effort is what concerns me the most. Effort is replenishable. If you're tired, raise your hand, check yourself out. Get somebody who actually wants to get back in transition and play some defense. That will help your team win the game, not you just staying in the game to be better on offense.
Turned away by Aldridge. From 18 feet, at the buzzer, it's good to beat the buzzer. He got it off just in time to count the basket, and they're back within striking distance at the end of the first quarter. Second quarter set to begin. Some impressive shooting numbers. Jay, is that good offense? Or is it, dare we say, bad defense?
You know why?
Why?
Because of the versatility. Because this is positionless basketball, which makes it beautiful to watch. Everybody can triple threat, dribble, drive, shoot the three, do things from long distance. It's a thing of beauty where this game is going.
DeJounte Murray. He cruises in for two. Too easy.
You see, you can't actually get mesmerized by the ball. You actually have to focus on the dribbler's belly button. I know that may sound cheesy, but trust me, he can't go anywhere without his core.
Knocked loose. It's a turnover as they head the other way.
That's called game plan execution to perfection. Every possession on the road is critical.
Now the Nuggets signaling for timeout as they'll talk things over in a one-point basketball game.
Out there looking like the Kimbe Mutombo.
Took it right to him, and the defender was ready. Oh, he's denied.
Oh, big man doing work right there.
It's DeRozan controlling the offense. To Aldridge. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a three-point play.
So many times we get on the defender for quote-unquote letting the offensive player score on an and one. Sometimes there's a lucky bounce, but more often than not, it's the offensive player who makes the play happen despite the defender's best intentions.
The free throw, good. Caps off the three-point play. The lead is 4. Martin into the front court. He'll run the offense. Millsap guarded by LaMarcus Aldridge. And he buries it.
It looks like he's using his ball handling to feel the game out. I know it looks like he's just playing around out there trying to get the fans going. That is true, but he's also finding his rhythm.
From the painted area, won't go down. Thomas to Will Barton. Yes, and the foul, and a chance at 3 coming up.
And I know there's so much excitement about the play, but everybody looks at the player. More people need to pay attention to the guy at the end of the bench, the strength and conditioning coach, because this kid's been putting in the time and effort every day in the weight room.
To 5. To Millsap. Got a piece.
Oh, he blocked that with authority.
And the denial.
That's why a rim protector is a necessity in this game.
Nothing going here on that drive.
Whoa! Get that out of here!
Message sent, Jay. And he's going to the free throw line.
You got to know your personnel. That's not someone you want to send to the line for a free two.
Oops, he missed the first one. So he goes 1 for 2 from the line after hitting on the second. To Millsap. Oh, the whistle. Jay, take your hands off of me.
Those cat-like hands almost got a steal.
Thomas. To Millsap. Knocked knocks it down from mid-range.
When the ball's in his hands, we all knew what was going to happen.
Spurs have it. He'll put it up at the buzzer and count the basket. We have reached the break in this pivotal Game 5. Let's get you to Orlando, where we say hello to Jalen Rose in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Jalen.
Thanks, fellas. Jalen here with your halftime report. The Spurs entered halftime with a solid lead. They decided to make a statement in the opening half, and they did it by throwing down dunk after dunk after dunk. I think the rim is still shaking. Have a look at the leading scores for the San Antonio Spurs. The Nuggets were in need of a bit more scoring if they wanted the halftime lead. Of course, they still have 2 quarters to turn things around, but it won't happen without making some adjustments. These are the guys getting buckets for the Denver Nuggets.
First half stats. Player of the half.
I'm ready to skip ahead and just get this guy player of the game. You can tell he's on his way to a special game. Top 3 plays for you. Check them out.
Number 2. Number 1.
All right, back to the second half. I'll see you after the game.
Nuggets have the possession. And they call it.
His timing was a tad bit off.
All set to go here in the second half. The third quarter is underway. Oh, bad pass taken away by the Spurs.
Here's your chance to break this thing wide open. He sent that one to the third row.
He was locked in. That was impressive. Martin into the front court. The deficit is 6. Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home. Jay, let's see if that's a sign for him.
Well, he's been pretty much non-existent the first 3 quarters, but when you have a play like that, that can get the juices going, and that can help you with your offensive rhythm.
To Will Barton. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
And I love the smile on the face of the offensive player. Sometimes luck is on your side. I don't know how that shot went in, but and one.
Will Barton trying to cash In on the three-point play. For his career, 79% at the line. The free throw is good. It's back to a one-point game. Shot from the lane won't go.
They've been getting open looks, makeable shots that just can't find their way in, but it makes these next few offensive possessions down the stretch even more important.
Straight down the middle of the lane. Way to punch it home.
No doubt about where that one was headed.
It's Denver's ball. Barton to Thomas. Takes stock of the floor. To Millsap. Has a chance. Oh, Millsap. 3 for 6 now.
You see, the savvy players, they can create contact. They can throw their arms into you, even their bodies into you, and as soon as the refs blow the whistle once or twice and you become hesitant defensively, they got you right where they want you.
To Will Barton. Gets it in the right corner. Thomas to Will Barton. The pass set it all up.
And when he gets going, he is automatic from that position on the floor.
And they'll take that any day of the week. Got a piece of it.
Jumping out the gym right now, Ed.
Great anticipation. Not going to have it this time.
Blocking so many shots only gives your perimeter that much more confidence to really apply more pressure.
Couldn't keep it in. Out off Will Barton. Layup's good. Those are the types of shots you always strive for. He'll let one fly from half court. 3 quarters complete. The Nuggets with the lead. It's the Spurs with the basketball as we begin the fourth quarter, and they watch that halftime lead slip away. Now they find themselves down on the scoreboard.
Ed, so many times I see teams with the lead play a lot more loose. They start trying things that are uncharacteristic of how they play. This team right now needs to go back to the way they played in the first half. Continue to execute with that kind of mindset and that mentality.
Cruises inside for 2.
That's what I'm talking about, Ed. It's that simple. Put the ball in the bucket.
Denver ball right now. Barton to Millsap. Slam dunk Will Barton.
Well, we got a chance to To firsthand watch something be created. I think we just watched an epidemic of passing. I've never seen something like this before. It was so contagious, everybody started to do it, and it ultimately led to the other team's demise.
If that's an epidemic, sign me up. Nuggets with the basketball. Millsap matched up with Aldridge. It's DeRozan, the rebound.
Oh, he just blocked that shot out of bounds.
Yeah, they're lucky they get the ball back. Aldridge. He gets it.
The defender needs to do a better job of forcing a pickup there.
To Millsap. Nothing going here on that drive. Barton, baseline drive. Thomas buries it on the catch and shoot.
Just because someone is listening to you doesn't mean that they actually hear you. At the end of the game, when players get tired, they listen to what the assignment was, but they didn't hear what it was.
Oh, Aldridge up to block it.
You know why? I don't see anybody on the defensive end standing up out of position. I see everybody squatted down, really active with their hands. That's the mentality that will lead you to where you want to go.
Millsap to Will Barton. Here comes the screen. Isaiah Thomas up against DeRozan. Gets a look. Can't hit. Nice follow-up on the dunk there.
And easy to get back on defense.
And the basket good at the rim.
That might have been a little bit easier than expected there, considering the score.
Thomas across the timeline. His guys now trailing by a point. Nothing going here on that drive. No good. There's the whistle and an intentional foul. Just their first in the final 2 minutes, so no free throws yet. They'll take the ball out of bounds.
Some players are built to handle these moments. On one end, you just sparked your team, and at the same time, you also got under your opponent's skin. Just want to manage through the emotions here and not take it too far.
And he connects on the first free throw. And gets both to drop at the line. Now a whistle and a timeout for Denver. They're going to have to draw something up for an open look at a three. Millsap defended by the former Longhorn Aldridge. Isaiah Thomas. He's 3 of 5. 60% shooting from the field. 2 huge free throws in a one-point game. Intentional foul's going to make him earn it at the line.
This is a close game, and possessions are at a premium. That's a good move to stop the clock.
First one, count it. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Now a whistle. Timeout for Denver. That's their second of the final 3 minutes. No more timeouts left the rest of the game. Spurs will take the timeout as they dig into their bag of tricks, trying to draw up the game winner. does it for the period. This game is all tied up. And the extra period begins. And now he's going to shoot a few more as he's fouled going up for it.
Great back after the jump. That's how you get to the free throw line.
Isaiah Thomas at the line for 2 shots. A career 87% from the line. First one goes down. Good free throw shooting. Knocks down a pair. Yes, and the foul. And a chance at 3 coming up.
Ed, you ever bail out of something at the last second? That's what I saw right there from the defender. We call that no man's land. They weren't really committed to getting out of the way, committing a hard foul, or taking the brunt of the contact.
One more to his total. Denver's got it. Millsap here against LaMarcus Aldridge. Rebound taken down by Denver. To Thomas. Rocking the rim.
We call that get your money and put it in the bank.
Knocked loose. Picked up by the Nuggets. Barton. 4-3. Had made his first couple, but he misses there. Yes, and a foul. He'll have a chance at a 3-point play.
That was such a great job by the offensive player. Knowing that you're probably going to take some lumps here and there, but still remaining aggressive throughout the shot and getting a crack at the extra point.
Free throw up and good. Gives him a 2-point lead. Nuggets have the possession. Now a pass stolen by the Spurs.
You go back to the principles, things that we started working on when we were in 1st and 2nd grade. It's called the shell drill. You stay down in the stance defensively, you try to deny the next pass away, and you have to communicate. If your conditioning is bad, you have no chance. But if you're able to do all these things together, collectively, you will be able to stop a great passing team.
Barton to Thomas. Denver with 4 to shoot. Lets it fly from beyond the arc. Good contest. Barton misses.
Great contest by the D, but I want to see the coaching staff call the same exact play the next possession. Get that offensive player the ball. Let him prove that it wasn't the D. It was more in his own head.
And that one is out. Nuggets have the possession. Barton to Thomas. Barton to Thomas.
Oh, and he can't keep it in off the block.
Man, that was impressive. Has a look. Wide open look, won't go.
Oh, I like that. You got the defense rotating from side to side. They're even recovering late, but still you got to make that one.
End to end on that one. 94 feet for the basket.
I know I've seen this many times in various mixtapes. Add that one to the list, too.
To Millsap. Knocks it down from mid-range.
Look at that. Calm under pressure. You see a lot of guys rush those. Nice extra move there.
Finishing inside the paint on that one.
Ooh, he teased me a little bit right there. But see, I like that. That's called a great entertainer. Always leaving me on the edge of my seat.
Barton. To Thomas. Knocked loose. That's a turnover. It goes the other way. Lays it up and in.
The pass was really good, but what I love most about the play, Ed, was that every player that ran in transition had active hands, which means they were active targets. They provided a target for the player to deliver the pass. That's how you work together as teammates.
Millsap here against LaMarcus Aldridge. Runner's good there.
He's so good down low. This four-time All-Star really does a good job of utilizing that body to muscle through contact and finish with the best of them.
Ruling is there was intent. It's an intentional foul. And here's the foul. Right now it's a two-possession game, so if he hits one or two of these, it could be all she wrote. First free throw is good. And he makes them both. Trying to cash in. Barton shot off the mark. It's the Spurs who are victorious. They're going to continue on in these playoffs, heading to the Western Conference Finals. For my partner Jay Williams and our entire crew, I'm Ed Cohen. This has been the NBA Playoffs on EA Sports. Find out more at easports.com. Until next time, good night.
It's Jalen Rose, and it's time for the EA Sports post-game wrap-up. The Spurs edged out a close victory in today's game. I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The Nuggets finished on the losing end of a close score. This loss is sure to be all the more bitter because of how well they shot from beyond the arc. Their percentage from three-point range was outstanding. Our highlights worth 1,000 words. There's no question he stood out amongst the rest in today's matchup. These are the top 3 plays of the game.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Spurs
did what great teams do best: finish.
I could get into detail about their play calling and shot selection, but let's be honest. We all know that the dunks were the most exciting. I'd be surprised if the rim isn't a little bit bent at this point. The Nuggets must be devastated after such a close loss.
Sure, it's great they shot so well from three, but none of that really matters when your team has one more loss to show for it.
Here are the guys who put up the most points for the Denver Nuggets.
Game track. Field goals.
This was a matchup in which solid shooting was prominently on display. I definitely enjoyed it. Like I'm loving enjoying all of these highlights right now. Great job of effective, efficient scoring from these squads.
Player of the game.
Being able to put up these kind of numbers is always impressive, but having the ability to lead and inspire is something special.
Here are the top plays.
Number 2. Number 1.
The Spurs won this game after a close finish. I could get into detail about the... On behalf of ESPN...